Good morning, everybody. This is Grandmaster Jose Torres coming at you live with the Martial Arts Experience. I'm excited to bring the show back today. We have an amazing show. We're actually going to be having an amazing next 2 weeks because we're going to be touching base on all things City of Honor. That's right. This has been an amazing project close to my heart that we've been working on, and we're excited to share it with everyone. And a lot of these visions and a lot of these projects don't start without support. So everybody that logs into the show, everyone that shares our story and all of our posters and things of that nature, from me to you, I want to say thank you so much. So if you don't know, or maybe you've been hiding and you haven't seen what's been going on with City of Honor, it is a crime drama that the pilot was released over the summer, and it is currently streaming on Fawsome. It is streaming on Amazon Prime. It is streaming on Apple TV, Filmzy, and it might even be like 3 other platforms that I don't know the names of them. But again, we have an amazing opportunity with this show. This is a very diverse cast, and we have some major players that are coming aboard. So what I want to do is in case you haven't seen the teaser, okay, episode 2 is dropping. Next Saturday, March 28th, we're going to be doing a special screening at the Burlington Regal Movie Theater. And it's going to be a capacity crowd. But what I want to do is if you haven't seen the teaser yet, we're going to put it so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. And then we'll bring our special guest on for today. So I want you guys to sit back. If you have no idea what's about City of Honor, take a look. Man, I don't know about you guys, but that is a hot teaser. But the only thing that's hotter than this is my next guest. All right. This is the amazing Filipino martial arts grandmaster, actor extraordinaire, stunt man. You know what? There's just too many things to say about this gentleman. So let's just not delay and bring my special guest, Mr. Felix Cortes. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for the intro. I'm like, whoa, I don't know if I can live up to all that, but hey, I'll take it.
Felix, we always overdo it, brother. We always overdo it.
Right.
Well, listen, to all the fans, we want to let Felix know Felix's involvement with City of Honor. He is one of the main lead characters. He plays Detective Ray Rivera. Felix, let's talk about your experience. Let's go back to, I think tell the fans, because we have a very unique story, is how you and I connected to actually make this thing happen, because the fans don't know about that. So, Felix, if you can, tell your side, and then I'll give the edited version afterwards.
Right. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. I happen to be working on the last season of the Cobra Kai, right? And we've been friends on Facebook for a long time, but we've never met. And so while we were shooting the tournament scenes, you came up to me and you said, "Hey, what's up? Joe Torres, and I'm like, very nice, very cool, whatever." And yeah, I was like, cool. We started talking. He said, "Hey, we're friends on Facebook." I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I got a lot of friends on Facebook, but I don't really meet all of them." And then we just started talking. We hit it off, and it was great. We took a couple of selfies and stuff, and yeah, it was fun times.
And it was awesome because again, connected because you were with main cast. I was background, and they kind of keep us apart. It's 2 separate worlds. But again, you were awesome. I'm glad we connected that day because obviously that leads to today.
Absolutely.
We don't connect that day, which is crazy. So, Felix, let's talk about the City of Honor project, and what does it mean to you, Felix? Like, when I pitched it to you, what inspired you or what interests you about getting involved with the show?
Well, I believe when we first talked, I was like, yeah, I'd like to see the script, because this part wasn't about stunts. It was more, like an acting gig, which is something that I was really interested in, because I've been trying to, do the action actor thing, trying to convert over from just stunts into, into more acting. And so when I read the script, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool and stuff. And and then we met. We started talking. We went to our first day of shooting, and everybody was cool. It was a cool experience, and something that I definitely wanted to, a road to go towards.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you find? So as you're embarking on this next, let's say, phase of the career, right? Because again, you've been traditionally a stunt, right? Stunts and primarily stunts. So now you're going into leading role, action actor per se, but a leading man. I mean, there's dialogue. It's not like it's 2 lines and that's it. So what do you feel best helps you, to get prepared for this, Felix?
Well, trying to like reading the script and trying to figure out the character, the background of the character. So it's not like Felix Cortes playing Felix Cortes, right. Because I seem to always get typecasted as the, zombie killer, the witch killer, the supernatural, so it's always like a martial arts type thing. And I'm, killing people. So I'm acting, but it's more like, what I do, it's more martial arts and stuff like that, even though I have lines. And this was, absolutely the opposite, because on the first episode, there were no action, as far as my character was concerned. It was more just, just knowing your lines and stuff like that. So preparing was, knowing the script, knowing the lines of the people that I'm, shooting the scene with and stuff like that, just so you're on point in delivering, your dialogue. And also like being comfortable with the dialogue. Sometimes I had to like switch a word or, not change like what you wrote, but, kind of like, something that, maybe I wouldn't say that, or maybe I would say it like this, and then ask you, hey, would it be cool? And you were very cool about it. It was like, yeah, man, just make it your own. And that kind of, that just kind of helped me a lot, to find myself, to be able to portray this character.
Yeah. Detective Ray Rivera. Ray Rivera. So they're going to be learning. Ray. So they're going to be learning a lot about Ray. Now, rumor has it, and we've seen the teaser. Obviously, we know what's going on, but I think people are going to be able to see Detective Ray put some hands on somebody, right?
Right. And it was cool because when we were doing thinking about that scene, that fight scene, it was like, hey, should the guy have a knife? Should the guy, like how should I handle it? And I was like, well, the backstory of Ray Rivera, Detective Ray Rivera, is that he's a boxer. Right. So I didn't want to do like, like Filipino martial arts stuff. I want to do something totally, totally different that I can do, that maybe people don't know, that I'm capable of doing as well. So that's why when we were shooting and stuff like that, without giving anything away, I just kind of kept it, just, kind of like combative that way, in the boxing style and stuff like that. And so,
yeah. What did you find, if I could ask you, and it's putting you on the spot, what did you find for this episode, let's say was your favorite part or your favorite aspect of this episode for you?
Wow. Favorite aspect. I think that as a team, as a detective, team, that we were able to, like that's the scene that we do in the bar. We're all working as a team. We're all, together, like, just being together as as a team, and collaborating,
right
with each other. I think that was kind of one of my favorite parts. But also I like that there was each character, had a to show their action, to show their talent as far as martial arts is concerned. Even for the people that didn't fight or are from a fighting background, they put their time in, they train, and in order to make it work. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was the true. This episode really shows the West End Task Force. The West End Task Force.
Right. Yeah.
So we're looking forward. I think and again, we're going to be for the fans. Obviously, you are not in the States anymore. You're overseas now. So unfortunately, they will not be able to get selfies with you, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to try to get you on today, everybody could see you. But Felix, obviously, I think this is a great project. I really think it's got a lot of potential. I think the fans are going to be surprised and I think really excited by this episode. I really think there's a lot of good things, some good aspects of this episode that people are really going to take a lot away from.
Right. I think episode 1 was great. Like when I first saw it, I was like, yo, the coloring, the way they shot it, the editing, the acting. I just thought it was like a really good episode. And I'm like, yo, like this can go somewhere, like we finished this up, we might be going into season 2 or something, right? But compared to like the first episode was leading that up to the second episode, I think we definitely stepped it up on this second episode. Everyone did as far as their performance and stuff, and the action and the storytelling. It gets a little more involved. Like you get to see more of the characters, a little bit more of the background, of the characters and stuff like that. You get to know them a little more. You get a little more emotional, in this episode, and it's great. Like for me, it's about the teamwork. It's about everyone, carrying, their weight and to make the show, what it's going to be, man. It's going to be really good, because everyone can be an individual and do one part, great, their part, great. But when we like collaborate and we're all working with each other and hey, what do you think? And, hey, should I do it like this? And you're working with the person that you're doing your lines with, it's good. It's comfortable. Everybody works with each other and I like it. It's pretty cool.
Well, you talk about the unit. So, I mean, this is a squad, man. Squad. My God. Felix, look like you about to kill somebody.
I'm always mean mugging. I'm always mean mugging. I don't know, man. I'm like, even when I'm happy, I'm like,
Felix, like, bro,
happy.
bro, look at this guy. You look like you're about to kill somebody.
That was a good day. Imagine me on a bad day. You
have some great shots. I pulled this other one. This is an actual shot from the episode. Boom.
Let's see.
That is
intense.
Detective.
That's intense.
Yeah, that's intense, man. That's Detective Ray Rivera at his best. Yeah. Hold on, wait a second. I might have a surprise. Have a surprise for you, Felix. This might be the soft side. Let's see what the audience says. Hold on. Here we go. Nah, you're still bad.
Oh man, yeah. I'm still, man. They try to mess with my girl. I won't say what they try to do to her. They're like, man, I'll kill him. If it hurts her, I'll kill him. So I was a little upset there. I was a little emotional. Like somebody's going down for this one.
Yeah. It's crazy, Felix, because all the things like people don't understand now. You've worked on some major productions, $1 million productions. From Cobra Kai, to some of these other things, and you being involved with this on this grassroots side, you're seeing all the people, you're seeing the pieces and the puzzle pieces come together and the chess moves, from the police department to the ambulance to just the grassroots support that we're getting. What does that mean to you at this part of your career?
Listen, man, I think that you've been doing a great job, securing locations. I mean, that precinct, I'm like, wow, like we're here. We got all these police cars, we got everything, at our disposal. We've got even some of the police officers actually, police officers. So yeah, man, just to see how hard, you're working to secure the locations, to make sure that, everybody's is happy, that's doing, that's working on the show and stuff like that. I think that speaks for itself.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, so, it's funny.
Uh-oh.
Let's go back to the pilot. So, again, we filmed it and I feel like nobody really knew, right? Nobody knew what was going to happen with the pilot, and then the people that came out and the energy in the room. And it's funny because I found this picture on your Facebook and I grabbed it real fast. Oh,
aha.
that was the screening. And, Felix, you didn't know, right? You didn't know your name was going to be up on the marquee. You didn't know any of that. What was that moment for, again, an independent project that you're like, think about it. We had like I don't want to say a Cracker Jack budget, but come on, you know what I mean? Like, everybody was really helping, but what's that moment basically, mean for you?
Listen, considering the budget that we had to take it as far as, as you did, as a filmmaker, as a producer, I thought it was great. Like I thought it was going to be like City of Honor, and, on the lights and stuff at the theater. I didn't know you're going to have like everybody's name and stuff, the cast. I was like, oh, take a photo. It's cool, man. I mean, what are you going to say? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's really cool. And then, and then going in the theater and actually see it. It's different when you see, when you get the clips or you see the dailies and stuff like that. So when you see it, on the big screen with the sound and everything, it's really cool. That's why I'm really excited about this second episode, because I really like the first episode, but I just think that we really did a good job on coming. It took a little while to get it, but we got it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it was better than to rush it and just to get something out there. It was better to go. We had to jump through little hoops and stuff like that, or whatever to get this done. But when people see it, it's gonna be worth the wait. It's gonna be worth the wait.
Yeah, I think, and a lot of people, so some people, obviously, we have a lot of new people, like myself. I haven't been in the industry like you, or Marcus Taylor, or Danielle, that have been, or Tara, these people that have done a lot of actors and actresses have done multiple pictures, but even our production company, Bold Media, from Darren to Bill Wurzel, that's been, the DP and associate director and their producers. The visual of City of Honor, it's like, it doesn't just look good. It looks great. You know what I mean? Like if somebody turned their TV on and was watching Hulu, that's the level. I mean, it's there. It's definitely there from a visual, 1,000%. At least, and again, I mean, am I jaded? Yeah, of course, because, the way I feel. But I think the look of it, Felix.
Yeah, but listen, man, if it wasn't, I'd be like, oh man, I don't want to be in something that doesn't, look good, like really, to be honest, I'm like, do I really want to do this? I was like, but when I saw, like the possibilities, I saw it early on. I was like, yo, this can be something. And then when I saw the first episode, I was like, oh my God, like the coloring, it just looked good. They really did a good job, shooting it, editing and stuff like that. And then definitely the story, but moving on to, to episode 2 and, stepping it up, the way you did, the way the cast did and everything. I think that it only shows that it's going to get better through episode 3, 4, and 5, and so on. Once we have everything completed, we're going to have a solid series, a legit series, man. I mean, this is like going back, like New York Undercover, or, or shows like that, that like, I mean, it just looks good. It's pretty to look at, it's not like, looks like you're looking like a 1970s, some kind of, if that's your look, great, but no, man, this looks like straight up, like cool, man. Nice.
I'm excited.
Good quality production.
I've been seeing a lot of, I try. And if you remember the old, New York Undercover, the coloring of that was not like the greatest thing ever. You know what I mean? It was very raw and gritty and like, definitely did not look as polished as, let's say, like Blue Bloods, SVU, nothing like that. If you really look at what New York Undercover looked like, and I think that, what we have, and even look at our cast, if you look at the main, detectives of what we have, you have 2 Latino detectives, you know what I mean? Obviously, you have a Caucasian female, Caucasian male, and then you have an African-American lead as well. I mean, that's a diverse 5. You know what I mean? That's a diverse 5 to really have, because you don't even see. Listen, let alone you might not have any Latinos. We got 2 of us. You know what I mean, Felix? I mean, let's be honest, you know.
Represent. Yeah,
We always start problems. We're always starting problems.
Yeah, that's why I was happy. You know, I was happy to be a part of the project because I want to, you know, like people know me for my, you know, martial arts and stuff like that. You know, like I did Johnny Z, I did Poñato, you know, short film and stuff like that. You know, things that have been out, and you know, so to have an opportunity, you know, to show that, you know, hey man, like maybe I have a good look, or maybe, you know, I can do this acting thing, whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool, man. I really take it really serious, you know, because I just don't want to be another fight guy who's trying to be an actor or something like that. You know what I mean? If I make it, I make it, and if I don't, well, I'm definitely gonna give it, like, you know, prepare myself and give it the best try.
We have two quick people that commented, so I'm gonna put one.
Right. Okay.
So we have Mr. Duarte, Leandro. This is Amanda. This is Amanda's dad. Amanda, who plays my daughter, Mia. He said he's very excited to see episode 2. So Leandro and his wife, Annalise, and obviously Amanda, they will be at the screening. But he just posted that they're very excited, and his wife came on as well and said, "Let's go." I think everybody, you know, the City of Honor, I don't want to say bandwagon, but the City of Honor momentum is definitely growing, you know, and people are supporting. They're excited. You know, there's a lot of people behind the scenes. I do get a lot of messages. We do have some prominent producers and directors that are going to be coming out to the screening next Saturday to kind of see, right? Because people are hearing there's rumbling. You know, you could Google, you can chat GPT City of Honor and see what pops up. You know, people are talking. We do have some press releases coming out this weekend, getting ready and just kind of talking about the project. And you know, we're excited, Felix. I really think this thing is amazing. You know, I mean? It's because of actors like yourself. You know, I was so happy to obviously have a fellow Latino actor come today and kind of, you know, kick us off. You're the kickoff to the City of Honor tour these next week and a half because of everybody we're going to have on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Very, very cool, because like right now where I'm at, it's 10 p.m. at night. You know what I mean?
Gotcha,
I'm on the other side of the world. You know, I really, like, I'm sad I can't be there at the premiere. I was at the first one and it was a blast, and I definitely wanted to be there, you know, for this one, because I know that the audience is gonna go, wow, there's certain key, you know, points of this story that they're gonna be like, you know, cheering on, you know. That happened on the first one, but I think it's gonna happen more with this episode, and you know, it'd be nice to be there, but that's okay. We still got other episodes that we're gonna do, and I'll definitely be there for that. You know what I mean?
I'm excited about that. Yeah. So, you know, it's funny because we have a whole full slate for you know, different actors that are coming aboard. So tomorrow we have our newest actress that we've added to our series, which is Gabby Faye. So Gabby Faye is a defense attorney. She's going to come on tomorrow at 3 p.m. And then on Monday, our boss, Commander Vanderbilt, Lawrence is coming on. He's got to do a nighttime. Then he'll be followed up by Bill and Darren with Bold Media on Tuesday. Then Detective Tara Snow, played by Tara London, will be on Wednesday the 25th. And then as of right now, the last person on Thursday the 26th is going to be Danielle, who plays 88 Gabby Asante. So, you know, we got everybody working to try to get our DA, Shannon. Hopefully I can lock him in later this afternoon, and also Marcus, because I know Marcus is actually on set right now for another project, so I haven't been able to get too much access to him. But if I could get those other 2 guys, man, we'll have, you know, basically the main cast, everybody dropping a hello to everybody, and, you know, kind of getting this thing moving. So what do you feel, you know, is the best message that City of Honor gives, you know, Felix? So if I'm an audience member and I'm, you know, sitting down for this, what do you think the best message or you know, that City of Honor represents, in your opinion?
Man, you know, police officers are real people too, with real problems. You know what I mean? And I think that the show, you know, portrays that. You know, yeah, we got a job to do, but you know, we got family lives and this and that, and you know, I think that's a good message to put police officers, you know, in a good light. You know, they go to the job. not worry free. You know, they go to the job with, you know, all kind of problems and issues that they, you know, they have at home, and you know, and they still got to go on, you know, to work and do a good job. You know, keep a clear head, and you know, make good decisions out there. So I think that the show does, you know, portrays that, you know, well, you know. And yeah, I mean, we're caring people. We're a family also, away
Yeah.
from, you know, away from home, you know, like
Yeah.
eat with each other, you know. We're a family and stuff like that. Like when we take care of you know, Atara in that one scene and stuff like that, and we're all, you know, we're all concerned, you know, the little jokes back and forth that, you know, in the boardroom when we're trying to figure out a case to take someone down, you know. I think that the humor part of it is also good. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Excited, man. Big things coming. So, Felix, let's talk. So, what do you have? You have some other projects and some other things that you're working on. What do you have? So, obviously, we know City of Honor is going to take over, right? We're either going to get picked up by, you know, Netflix or Hulu or Paramount Plus or HBO Latino. So, I'm saying it right, so it manifests. You know what I mean, Felix?
That's right.
But what else? You know, what do you have upcoming? Do you have anything else that you're going to be working on, or? Because I hear there's a rumor. Felix, that there's a potential Latino Bad Boys. I don't want to say nothing, but
why'd you have to bring that up? Why you have to bring that up? Yeah, man. I think I'm really looking forward to if that happens. I think it will. You know, I think it'd be really cool. You know, because you got your, you know, your Starsky and Hutch. You know, you got your, you know, your Caucasian, you know, buddy cop stories, and then Bad Boys was like a freaking awesome, you know, African American, you know, cops. First time that, you know, that they are the leads and stuff like that. To have something just like that with two Latino leads. And yeah, with two Latino leads, I think that it would be awesome. So you know, if that project gets off the ground and we're able to do that, that would be my next big thing, you know, that I'll be gearing up for. Yeah.
I think, you know, the biggest thing is obviously, right, we have to create it, believe in it, and push it forward, you know, because I feel like, right, in the entertainment industry, Felix, there's so many wonderful ideas, right? So many great people, but it never comes to fruition, right? For whatever reason, whether it's monetary, whether it's locations, whether it's just follow through, you know.
Sometimes shows get shot, you know, and they end up on the shelf, you know, and they, you know, they don't get distributed. You know, distributing is very important, you know, to have that locked in, you know, when you're doing the show, because if not, it's really tough afterwards, you know. So yeah, I mean, you know, besides the cop show, you know, the Latino Bad Boys, you know. Besides that, there's a couple other things that I'll be.
Now talk about your project. You won an award at the Urban Action Showcase with our two dropouts, our common friends and you know, war partners. But why don't you talk about that? Talk about that project a little bit.
Yeah. I worked with them. Wow, it was quite a while ago. We shot Nerf Assassin. And it was a fun thing, you know, with Nerf guns and fighting with Nerf knives and stuff like that. And that's the first time that I worked with Joey. And he's awesome. Like I love how he shoots. I love how we don't even rehearse. Like he puts the fights together and he was like, you got this. And I was like, oh man, no, you know, I'm like, we need to rehearse. He was like, you got this. And man, like sure enough, boom, 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 you know, we're shooting these fight scenes and you know, it's great. But anyway, he was in Atlanta. I was working at a gym in Atlanta, and Action Craft, right? And they were using the gym to rehearse and go over some fights and stuff for Michael Jai White. They were shooting a movie for Michael Jai White in Atlanta. And I'm at the gym and stuff, and they walked in, and I was like, oh, you know, so we started talking. We haven't seen each other in years. And right away, we, you know, hit it off again. And they're like, man, when you're going to be in New Jersey, we'd like to use you for something. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. You know, it's kind of tough because I'm here in Atlanta trying to do stuff. And it just so happens that I would head back to Maryland, to the Washington D.C. area, and I hit them up and I say, hey, I'm going to be here for a little bit, and they were like, how long are you going to be? And I told them, I might be here a couple months. Man, they put this thing together like they wrote it, and they just put this thing together like really quick. And they was like, when can you shoot? And we did it during the Christmas time. We're doing it like right before Christmas and stuff. And it's Prologo. Again, I'm doing this, martial arts, grandmaster, Filipino martial arts. And I'm going to some supernatural, demons and stuff and fighting them. And it was great, man. It was great working with the stunt team in New Jersey and stuff like that. And everybody showed up. They gave it 110% more. I mean, they're just very dedicated, and they're very organized. Our school dropouts, they got the shot list, they got everything, and boom, 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 boom. I mean, if we go over schedule, it's just, it's just because it happens. But they are very organized, and I'm very happy with the project. We took it to the Urban Action Showcase in New York City, and man, I think I got best fight scene, best martial arts scene, best weapon scene, best actor, and there was another one. It's
Killed
too
it.
many. It's too many.
Killed
Yeah,
it,
it was great. And the thing is, I wasn't gonna go, and they were like, "Oh, you should come down." And I was like, "I don't know if I can make it." And then like the day before, I was like, "You know what? Hey, I'm gonna go up. But I can't stay." And then after I got there, and everybody took the break, and they're gonna go to the awards presentation, and they were like, "Man, you gotta stay, because when we saw it on the big screen, when they showed it, I was like, oh yeah, that definitely I'm gonna stay, because like I said, once you see it on the big screen and you see the sound and the action and everything, man, I gotta tell you, and this is nothing against nobody, right? But people that never talked to me before were like, oh, hey, Felix, right? I said, yeah, and that's cool. Hey, you gotta be somebody sometimes, for people to step up to you, and I'm like, who am I for people to come up and congratulate me about something if I haven't made a name for myself? And I think that Prologo it definitely did that. City of Honor is definitely doing that for me. And little by little, I'll be known as, that I can act, and I can also, carry myself in as an action, actor or whatever.
That's awesome.
It would be nice.
Is any word with Prologo? Anything? You have any move? Are you guys doing any other filming or what's
right now they're trying to presenting it to different studios and people and stuff like that, just trying to get the funds to shoot a feature.
Gotcha.
That's gonna be a hot feature, definitely.
Yeah. That was awesome. Yeah, you look good in that, man. I'm again so excited for you and proud of you, and you're doing a lot of great things, Felix, and we're blessed to have you. Obviously, I'm blessed to have you part of this vision.
Hey, it was during then that you contacted me for City of Honor.
Crazy.
Right about that time. Yep.
It's funny, Felix, because everything I feel. So, again, my career has been totally different than yours. You know what I mean? I'm new. I'm a new baby, right? This is my second project. But certain things that are popping, you can never predict. Like, I did 2 projects. They've both been out, right? They're both distributed. They're both on platforms. That's huge. There's so many people that can't do that. So, that's step one. And then the fact that we're getting these other opportunities of other projects, and even our thing, that it's not if, it's when, right? It's when, so we're going to make that happen. We're definitely going to make that happen. But it's, it's a great opportunity. But it's crazy how these pieces and, things are coming together, and you kind of got to go with the momentum, and follow it and kind of see where it's going to take you. But yeah, there's you made that comment that you said, yeah, there was people that say hello to you now, I get a lot of different people that, will text me or send stuff to like, get into movie or this, that, and the other thing. And some of these people are already in stuff, you know what I mean? And they never reached out to me for nothing, and now, you know what I mean? I get people. So it is very interesting. It's very interesting.
In all fairness, sometimes I think that perhaps I didn't put myself out there enough to be, to be known, in that way. Cause I'm not an actor. Or the biggest thing that I did that I started in that I was headlining was Johnny Z. That's out on Prime. And that was pretty good. Had more promotion and stuff behind it, it might have done even better. But that was pretty good. But besides that, although I've worked on big movie projects, I've worked as a stuntman. And as a stuntman, unless you're featured or something like that, you're just one of the crew. You're just one of the other guys. And you do the best job that you can. So maybe my work didn't get noticed. In all fairness, and now it's getting noticed. So now they're like, hey, now we know this guy. Keep an eye on him. So that's cool. That's cool. I didn't want to say it like in a bad way, but it's just like I noticed them. But they've been out there. There are people that have done stuff, so I should notice them. I should know who they are. So now, hey, it goes around maybe to me now, and maybe some people get to know me and my work.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. It's cool. It's all good.
Absolutely. And the thing is you never know, right? Because someone that may not be an ally now may be someone in the future that you have to work with, So
And
right? You always be careful with who you talk to and how you treat people,
Yeah, and I welcome that. Just because you didn't know me before, you know me now, you want to work with me, hey, let's do it. Like maybe I wasn't doing my part, so I don't put it on other people. Sometimes, hey, you got to do your part. You want to be known, then you got to be loud.
Yeah, you got to be loud.
Maybe it's my turn to be loud,
Yeah.
People are noticing you now because, dude, man, like, you're out there, you're doing it. Like, listen, when we did episode 1, like for someone, like you said, new in the business, to put on an episode for a series, and like we shot it, next thing you know, it's already streaming. It takes time.
Yeah.
To get things streaming. Like that was pretty quick.
Yeah.
That was some pretty quick moves. Like it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, and then we hit a little setback and stuff like that. But hey, it's just like a fight. Boom, boom, take a couple punches, but we're still fighting. We're still in. We got episode 2 down. It's looking good, and I know that 3, 4, 5, however more episodes we have to do, they're just gonna get better and better, and we're gonna have a really good series. And hey, I'm available for season 2, just in case. I'll put it out.
So we got to keep your character.
Don't kill me off. Hey. Don't kill me off. I know where you live. Just kidding.
I got you. Yeah. What do you think? So I got to say, who's your favorite? I won't put City of Honor on the spot. So I'll say in your previous projects, what was one of the who was your favorite actor to work with? Keep City of Honor aside.
Man.
It doesn't have to be an A-lister. If there's somebody that really stands out, you're like, oh my God, this person is a gem. This, he or her or them, whatever, was just an amazing human being.
Wow, man. Let me tell you, okay. You know who was really, 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 really cool? I worked on The Plane as a stunt guy, and I wasn't featured or anything, but I did a scene with Gerard Butler, and and he was like super cool. He was funny, he cracked jokes, and we were just stunt guys. And he was like just one of the guys. Even his stunt double, was great. So that was really, really cool. That was in Puerto Rico. We shot that, and then in Puerto Rico we also shot Survive the Game and Fortress 2, which was Bruce Willis was starring in those. And Bruce Willis, from what I hear, that he was like a really like tough on set and stuff, but I hear whether it's true or not, I don't know. But all I know is people ask me, hey, how was he? I was like, super cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go around just mingling, with the A-listers and stuff like that. I stay quiet and stay in my lane because I want to work, right? And but again, I was doing a scene with him, and I didn't know that I was shooting with him because I was, we were marking and rehearsing with his stand-in. And so I thought maybe the stunt double or somebody's, doing that scene. Next thing you know, okay, Mr. Willis, all set. I was like, that was a little nerve-wracking. I really you don't think so, but I got really nervous, and I said, like, shake it off, like this is what you've been waiting for,
Yeah.
And yeah, man, and we shot a scene, and he's like, you with these guys, and I had no lines, right? And I'm just supposed to just I have a hold of him, and then he gets loose, and then the director tells me, don't let him go. Right, and I'm like, okay, and so I got him I got him pretty good grip on him, and I'm not supposed to let him go, but then he just buckled, and I was like, I'm not I'm not about to get fired, so I did let him go, but then I re-gripped really quick, I make it part of the thing, not just like not let him go and let him keep fighting me or something. I just didn't feel that it would have been right, but I guess the director liked it, and he went with it. And then in another scene, he comes out of the house, and we're in the mountains in Barranquita in Puerto Rico, and then he goes, man, it's really hot out here. He talked to me, I talked to him back. And we had this little conversation about the heat and stuff, and that was it. So people asked me, hey, like, how was it? I was like, yeah, he was fine. Like, he looked fine. But then shortly after that is when the news came, about his condition and stuff like that. So maybe, during that time he was going through something, and just people didn't know about it. But he was super cool.
Awesome. Hey,
those are nice.
We have one of our fellow Cobra Kai people chimed in. And
who that is?
Sensei William Ford. William Ford, you were his stunt double.
I was brought in to double him for one of the scenes at the tournament, right? And but actually I didn't even get to do it because he did his own stunts and fights that day and stuff like that, which was really cool. I like it that I was there, and prepared just in case I had to step in. But it was cool that that he did it himself, and it looked great, man. As you see in the final cut, right?
Well, he said he loved your short you shot with Joey Min.
Yeah, thank you, man. That was really great, man. I love Joey. He makes me look good. Let's just say that.
He's great. I got to do the little action reels with him as well. We got some stuff coming up in the future, and he's good. He's very, very good. Yeah.
I look forward to working with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, Sensei Ford too. Sensei Ford is going to be involved with us, Felix, for Rise of the Dragon. Right? We got Rise of the Dragon. He's playing one of the Sharmans, and you're involved with the project as well. So we're kind of obviously getting the final details and things together for that. But I mean, just again, it's all these good people coming together, Felix. You know what I mean? You can't plan any of this. You really can't. You can never foresee this.
Man, it's like they say, man. Teamwork makes the dream work. I mean, listen, to have a good feature film, a good series. It's everyone. It can't be just one person. It's everybody. Everybody's got to carry their part, because what if I have a scene and I look great in the scene, but then someone else, I overshadow them, or I mean, if we don't gel and we don't look good together, then I don't look good. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? It'll be like, yeah, that was great, but no buts. It's like we got to be a team, and we all got to look good. So
absolutely,
man.
And you know what?
That's what we're doing with City of Honor.
I got to tell you, so again, this is my second thing I've ever done, right? But the detail that Bold Media, and I tease, right? I tell Darren. So Darren, I always ask for Darren to shoot me. For those that don't know her. I said she makes me look good every time she shoots me. I don't know if it's this side or this side, but you know what I mean? She just, it's wonderful, wonderful. And, again, having that presence, right? That screen presence and how they help you, is just amazing. But that's what City of Honors. I don't think nobody looks bad. Everybody looks $1 million, amazing, so cinematic and just powerful on the screen that people are going to be like, oh my God, I want to find out more what's happening to these people, and it's hard, I know, to build, momentum obviously off of one, but I actually think we did build, we caught a little bit of lightning in a bottle. And I really think number two, I think everybody's going to be cheering. I think everybody's going to be clapping. You know, there's going to be some emotional moments, and you know, getting to see the task force kind of work in tandem, you know, with some of the things that we're going to do is going to be special. You know, it's going to be special. I really think so.
Yeah, man, I think we definitely have something good going on, and I look forward to more. You know, I look forward to more. You know, I think that when I work at a City of Honor and I'm working with you know the different cast members, it helps me. You know, because I want to step it up. You know what I mean? Like when I'm working with Marquez or something, I see Marquez and he's reading his lines like that. I'm like, yo, that's Suge Knight. You know, You know, he's been in a lot of stuff. You talk about me, man. This guy's like, he's been in like more stuff. You know, as an actor, as a you know, more acting experience. So when I'm on the screen, I'm trying to like, man, like don't mess up your lines, whatever you do. You know, like you got to be part. But it helps me to kind of like bring the best out of me, because I don't want to make anybody else look bad. Like I was saying, you know, we're doing the scene and then I'm doing my best, but the other person, you know, we're not gelling or something. It kind of kills the scene a little bit. I put myself in that shit. I don't want to be the person that we got to shoot it again and he's got to keep doing his lines, or somebody else got to keep doing their lines because I couldn't get my lines, you know. But you know, so it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But it's good. You know, it's good. It's good. It keeps you on your toes, and it just makes you, hey, be prepared when you go to set. Be prepared. Be prepared. Know your lines. Sometimes you got to know your, you know, your other teammates' lines too. You know, at least their entries and exits from, you know, from the scene. You know.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I think you said it the best. You know, definitely, City of Honor is definitely a team. You know, this project does not come together without the team. Everybody carried their weight. Everybody did what they were supposed to do, and I think that's why it's so special. You know, that's why it's so unique. And I think the audience is really going to see that. It's going to resonate through the screen because there's heart. You know what I mean? It means something. So I'm excited. Like I said, it was very important for me for this week and next week. Again, just for the viewers, if anybody's coming on, I know we had a couple people. But again, today we have Felix on, who plays Ray Rivera. Tomorrow at 3:00, we'll be joined by Gabby Faye. She plays a new character, a defense attorney. Then on Monday, we have me and Felix's boss, Commander Vanderbosch, paid by Lawrence Waller. Then on Tuesday, we have the production company Bold Media, who's head by Darren Davidson and Bill Willis. And you know, we'll have them at 3:00 on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we have Tara London at 12 noon on the 25th. And then closing it out will be Danielle Harper, and she will be at 4:00. So I know you've been with us. I appreciate all the time. I know it's nighttime where you are, Felix. So do you have any final words, you know, anything that you could share with the viewers about City of Honor, you know, and their expectation as we move into the premiere next Saturday?
I like to say that if you saw the first episode and you liked it, come out and support the second episode. I know that a lot of people probably came out to the first episode, you know, to kind of like check it out and see what these people have going on and stuff like that. Well, you know, come back and then you can really see what, you know, how we've stepped it up a bit. And then tell us, man, go online, post and say what you like, what you didn't like, whose character you like, whose character you didn't like, you know, like what would you like to see, you know, things like that. You never know. Maybe one of your ideas will be something that, you know, the writers, might take into consideration and say, hey, that sounds like a good idea. And just kind of like, you know, tell us what you think and interact a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know, you know.
Absolutely.
Check us out, support us. And I think, you know, listen, I think it's good. But, you know, if it wasn't good, I wouldn't be so happy to say it was great. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. You know what I mean? Hey, Felix, you want to come and do the show? Hey, I'm actually busy Monday night. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but man, when you told me, and I didn't know I was going to be the first person interviewed, but you know, I was like, wow, this is cool. You know, I like to be the first and hit it off and stuff like that. And and I like to see everyone else, you know, their interviews and things like that. And you know, it's all learning experience for me as well. You know, I like to see what people say, what they do, how they carry themselves. And I could have done a better interview. Oh, I could have said this, or I forgot to mention that. Things like that. It's all learning experience for me, and I love it. I love it. It just makes me better.
Well, to all the viewers again, if you want to comment or link up with Felix, obviously you can comment on the show. He'll be seen on it. He'll be tagged as well. We appreciate all of the viewers that came out today. I know we had a couple people that sent some comments today, and obviously we'll get a lot of views after the fact. But the one thing I try to do with the martial arts experiences, Felix, is I go live. We're live, right? This is not scripted. We do a nice sit down and keep it raw. And I think that that's what people like about it. We've been doing this the last couple of years. We first started the show over COVID. And, this is like the fifth, kind of like the fifth series thing that I've done with it. But this one's really cool because this is close to my heart, because these are all my fellow actors and people part of this project. So I was blessed to have you as the leadoff batter today. Felix, I think you did a great job. You did a great job today. So we're going to miss you on the 28th, but make sure if you can, tune in. Like I said, Gabby will be tomorrow. If you could tune in, or Felix, maybe you should drop in and put a message when our boss comes on Monday. You know what I mean?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. But again, Felix, thank you so much for joining us. For all the viewers today, thank you for tuning in. And you heard it live here from Mr. Felix Cortes, a.k.a. Detective Ray Rivera. Felix, can you sign us off, Felix? And I would like you, if you can remember, I'm putting you on the spot now. If you can say, this is Felix Cortes from City of Honor, and you're watching the Martial Arts Experience.
All right, ready?
Put you on the spot. Ready?
All right. This is Felix Cortes from City of Honor. Oh, this is Felix Cortes, and you're watching City of Honor
on the Martial Arts Experience.
On the Martial Arts Experience. There you go. One more time. Ready?
One more time. Go.
And this is Felix Cortes, and you're watching City of Honor on the Martial Arts Experience. There you go.
It is. Hey,
you see what I mean?
Have a great job, Felix. To everybody, God bless, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.